So earlier today, I seen a little snippet, a picture. I think it wasn't a picture, it was on a TikTok video. Eddie Hall. And very soon, Eddie versus Thor is going to happen. And I wondered about that. And this is my opinion. Both of them, in the world of strongman, were phenomenal athletes. Phenomenal. I mean, you've got to shout out to Brian Shaw as well. But, you know, in their prime, they both won World's Strongest Man for a reason. They were the best man that year, or in that competition. Obviously, Thor, when Eddie won, I think it was in 2017 when Eddie won, Thor kind of basically accused Eddie of cheating or saying that he was robbed. And ever since then, there's been this beef between them. When actually, they used to be friendly. I wouldn't say they were best mates, but they were friendly. But they're now going to have a grudge match, boxing match. And I like my boxing. Boxing is my sport. If I have a sport that, is my favourite, it is boxing. And yeah, I was thinking about it because Thor's lost a lot of weight. Eddie's lost a lot of weight. It goes without saying they're both going to be in phenomenal shape. Phenomenal shape. Now, I believe Thor's had a couple of fights. Eddie, I believe, has done a lot of closed door sparring, let's say. Yeah, I'm sure he's done quite a bit of sparring. You know, just by the shape they're in, they can't help themselves. They don't know how to do anything other than train like the animals they are. But the thing about boxing, MMA, any proper like Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, UFC, I don't care. I don't give a shit which one it is, right? The big difference with those full-on contact sports, where your job is to hit somebody in the face, that separates it from all other sports, is you're going to get punched in the face. And I have seen some supposedly very hard men over the years get punched in the face, and it all changes. Lots of people can dish out shit until they get punched in the face, and then suddenly the world crumbles and they have a little implosion. And I used to go to the boxing gyms on and off over the years, and by no stretch of the imagination was I anywhere near good. By any stretch of the imagination. But over the years, I've done enough sparring, and I've never competed, just to be clear, but I've done enough sparring to know what it's like to get hit in the face. And I've seen enough people get hit in the face to know, oh shit, I don't like this. And that ultimately for me, forget the reach, forget the height, forget the training. I think the first thing you're going to find out when it happens is which one of them can take a punch to the face. I've said this before, that one of the things that separates a lot of boxers from boxers that could be good are people that like getting hit in the face. They like it. And I don't mean they enjoy, oh, hit me, I want to get punched in the face. But it doesn't faze them. You've got to like getting hit. I remember having a sparring session once. And I'm going to repeat this again so people understand. If I was to describe my ability at boxing, on my best day, I was shit. Okay? So that was the level I was at, and I never competed. But I've sparred a lot. And I remember it was after boxing, we all sat down talking after a session. We'd all sort of done like 1 minute in, 1 minute out. And one of the guys was talking about that buzz that he gets. He says you always get nervous beforehand, and then you get punched in the face and you take a couple of shots, and then there's this tingling feeling on your face and you start buzzing. And he was right. We were all like, oh yeah, you're right. Because I'd shit myself before every sparring session. And then you'd get in there and have a little spar, take a few shots, and the adrenaline goes and it gets released. And you come out of it and you're right. and you feel really good, really buzzy. But I've seen some very big guys, really impressive physiques, absolute beasts, punched in the nose, body shot, a good shot, and they back out because it hurts and they don't like getting hit. And that's going to be the thing. I don't think one of them's going to have much better power than the other. I don't think there's going to be a phenomenal difference in that power. They're both strong men. They're both fucking big blokes. I don't see, having not seen Eddie fight and only seen a couple of Thor's fights, in terms of boxing standard, they're amateur at best, but they are professional world-class athletes, and they will have trained like that, so they're probably the fittest amateurs out there. No disrespect to the amateurs, by the way, but these guys have been at the world level, and they're going to both be fit, but they're massive units, massive units. And when they start throwing punches, they're going to gas really quickly, no matter how fit they are. They're not flyweights by any stretch of the imagination. They're both not going to, I don't think, at least in my opinion, they're not going to have the experience to pace themselves. I think one of the things that the best boxers always are able to do is they're able to maintain a calmness. They don't get into a big fight, even though they're hyped up, even though they're fucking ready for it. They're going to give this guy some. They pace themselves. They saunter about. They have a look. They see what's happening. They don't just charge in and let all of their emotions go and go for it. And then by the end of the first round, they're gassed out, and the other guy's just going to cruise and just jab your head off and chuck in a few overhand rights, and that's the end of your that boxing night. You're dead, not literally, obviously, but you're going to lose the fight. And that's going to be, I think, the first thing about Eddie and Thor is going to be, can either one of them actually control that raw emotion? Can they do that? I definitely don't think they're going to be bothered by the occasion or the crowd. They've done 3-day event strongman, for crying out loud, where it's come down to the last event. They both pulled off big lifts in front of thousands of crowds. They're going to live for this moment. It's what they're all about. It's going to ultimately come down to, I don't even think boxing skill, because I just don't think the amount of time they've had to train, and don't get me wrong, they'll be much, much better than the average person by any stretch of the imagination. But they're not going to be world-class skilled boxers, are they? They're going to be good, better than me, better than most, without shadow of doubt. They're fitter than me, fitter than most. And they're definitely stronger than 99% of the people out there. But I think on the night, it's going to be two things for me. It's going to come down to who can control that emotion, so they just stick to the boxing that they've learned over the last 2 years. And like I said, Eddie's done a huge amount behind closed doors. And Thor has trimmed, man. He's looking sleek. Both have got six packs. Both of them are beasts. So it'll be, for me, whoever can contain their emotions and whoever can get hit and not be bothered by it. Because that's the one thing that defines every fighting sport. The guy that can take a punch, a kick, whatever. And for me, that will be the ultimate deciding factor. Like it is in all of them. It's not just because it's Eddie and Thor. It could be Joshua and Fury. It could be, and anybody. It doesn't matter. It's the thing about boxing is you can be the best in the world until you get punched in the face. Like Tyson said, everyone had a plan until they got punched in the face. The reason that quote is so famous is because it was so true. Everybody had a great idea. Everybody, I'll do this. I'm going to do this. He's going to look. I'm going to slip. I'm going to do it. Everybody, they'd rage and rant and every trainer, every coach, this is what you do, this is how you beat him, this is how it goes. And then Tyson would turn up and punch you in the face, and you'd be like, oh, fuck. And that the plan went out the window. And so that's going to be, I mean, and maybe one of them does have a phenomenal punch. But for me, that's what it's going to come down to, which one of them can take the punch. Yeah. So that's my opinion. Good luck to both of you. To Eddie, to Thor. Good luck to both of you. I hope you come out of it happy that you've given each other enough of a hiding. Because that's what it's going to be about as well. That you're both going to want the other guy to know that you meant business. And I hope you both get that. Maybe you'll be friends afterwards. Who knows? I hope you both stay safe. Take care. Have a great night on the day. Let me know your opinion.